Greetings, Sanbonani, bonjour, dumelang, tobela, molweni. I greet you in the name of freedom. I wish to address you tonight on the significance of the support that you have shown. Your efforts have not gone unnoticed. I am grateful for having been given this opportunity to address you, this new republic, as your devout new leader and president. Humbly I stand before you, firstly as a citizen, as an African and as a woman, with the intention to live out a meaningful existence, serving my people toward progress and independence, so that peace and prosperity may follow. May I start by thanking those who have stood up in the name of humanity and liberation, for truth in light of so many untruths and half-truths. We have known ironies, insults, trauma, and endured them through our circumstances and prevailed in our search for true freedom. We have endured these absurd subjugations for too long. We cannot operate from a place of helplessness if we are to be a progressive nation. We cannot think that because we have yet to develop or catch up in our resources, education and knowledge, that we cannot demand the quality of life that is our right to begin with. We must not rely on the mercy of seemingly more powerful nations. If we are apathetic in our consciousness and affirm the conditioning that we are inferior as a people, we will surely become our own enemies. In this new republic, we will continue to honor our history and those who have struggled to bring us this opportunity, to be the great nation that we have dreamed of on behalf of those fallen and on those whose backs have broken for this greatness. This republic is about to be in the hands of its own children. Stability and progress can only be achieved if all of us as individuals, and secondly, as a part of a whole, republic and community, feel a defined sense of individual security. This begins in our minds. To have peace of mind in that we stand secure in our positions, knowing our individual rights, knowing that we are correctly informed of our rights, that we are adequately protected, and that we have the freedom to exercise those rights should they be needed, in the name of forwarding our entire nation. We, the people of this republic, shall not compromise our liberation. We shall not be a repeat of our past mistakes, nor will we be the victims of poor negotiation, miseducation, corruption, and greed. No one's life is expendable. Each man and woman has importance in our way forward. Without one or the other, we are not strong. With a desensitized mindset and notions of elitism, we will not only crumble into a jagged landscape, but we will do so blindly. Ignorance is our blindness. It is also what will transform a human being into an animal that will prey on whatever it can, or on the other hand, be preyed upon. Our republic is not one that eats its young, nor sells its young to better its economy, fattening the stomachs of a minute few. It is one that strengthens its children, builds the morale of its people, and moves into the light to show all its beauty as a whole. The model of our past oppressive regimes, to divide and conquer, will be drowned out by our eventual abolishment of ignorance. This appropriation of color and economic positioning has only proven to weaken the body that makes up the whole. Only by thinking holistically and progressively shall we begin to think big as a people. Let's not be our own pawns and be seen as easy pickings for economical opportunists. Eyes wide open to receive correct information, researched information. The effective industrialization of our own resources and economical capabilities will not only reinforce our sense of unity and confidence, but provide a renewed sense of pride and generosity. Undeniable progress will come from self-sustainability. It must be realized that it will take great effort, as I say again, the individual, to make peace with changes needed to think progressively, and then as a whole to redefine and readdress our cultural identity. I am committed to this, for myself and for my people. We are not our predecessors, no matter what ideals or models we have come from, nor are we entirely our ancestors. We must be able to grow from what we've been given, whether from privilege or oppression. We are new. There is no backward motion, only forward, with our cultural identity in constant development. We redefine and strengthen our DNA as human beings. We expand our moral responsibilities and our principles of humanity. We blossom with the knowledge of our true potentials. That which we have been given by our predecessors cannot be lessons wasted, nor should it be perverted to fit the whims of the greedy and corrupt. Together as Africans in this new republic, we have the opportunity to redefine what it means to be African. Old truths must be revisited for these new minds to decide what resonates in the context of our circumstance. I assure you I am not afraid. I am concerned. In this regard, I wish to reassure you that there can never be any return to the state of armed conflict, unjust prosecution, and corruption that has existed before this day. This is time to attend to the people who make this republic the beauty that it is and can be. I commit to you, my people, and in this Constitution, there will be healing of these wounds, no matter how deep or complex. With urgency, I am committed to work with you to rebuild our sense of self-pride. I promise to engage and assess our quality of education and gradually implement newer methods. Education is our key to progress. It is not enough to merely spoon-feed information as our current media and education systems tend to. The goal is to sharpen and nurture minds capable of analysis as well as imagination. Imagining a peaceful future, imagining prosperity, imagining no limit to our republic's journey to ultimate liberation. One cannot learn without a healthy sense of well-being. A nation that turns its back on the ill, a nation that prioritizes the health of the wealthy, is a nation that shows itself to be crass. Cruelty and indifference is not sexy. Adequate health care will not be reserved within the confines of a privatized system, nor will you be left in the foyer filled with bullet holes for having no identification. In the new republic, our identity does not dictate whether or not you are to be treated equally. Cultural elitism is a thing of the past. As your president, I intend to act with conviction and humility, and I vow to be a committed servant to you, my people. I am devoted. In this sublime new struggle, I am honored to join you in this transformation toward peace, prosperity, and greatness. This republic, with its constitution, shall not compromise our liberation. With love in our hearts, our greatest asset, we shall prevail with integrity. Upstanding, we move only forward. With love in our hearts, our greatest asset, we shall prevail with integrity. Upstanding, we move only forward. We shall celebrate anew. My people, we shall celebrate anew. Long live the Republic.